Hi guys, my name is Dr. Ravi Rawat. I scored 216 in my very first attempt in December 2021. And after my result, I have been getting so many messages from students who could not make this time, and my juniors who will be appearing in December session and the upcoming June session. And I have been asked so many questions regarding how I went about my preparation and different kind of suggestion which might help them. So I decided to film a video about everything. As much as I can answer, I will try to answer the things which I only did. When we talk about getting suggestion from someone who has already cleared this examination, or any kind of examination, like just suppose if in FMG this time 5,000 students cleared FMG this time, if you will ask them their strategy, how they went about their preparation, you will get different 5,000 different advices. And because everybody is different, what works for me might not work for you, what works for you might not work for me. But what I will suggest, what I did is I watched few interviews, and I noted the points which everybody mentioned to do, like MCQ source, frequency of MCQs, frequency of grand test, and everything. So before we proceed further, I would like to thank Almighty God and my parents और मेरे दोस्त, बहुत सारे मेरे जूनियर्स हैं, और स्पेशली मेरे जीजू। उनका सपोर्ट इस जर्नी में मेरे लिए बहुत मायने रखता है, और बहुत सपोर्ट किया उन्होंने, और इसलिए मैं उन सबको एक बार फिर से थैंक्स बोलना चाह रहा हूँ इस वीडियो के थ्रू। और so the first question which I got from most of the student is when did I start the preparing. So when we talk about my preparation, my journey of FMG examination, I started actually from 1.5 years ago, but it was kind of on and off type of preparation, to be honest. And in my final year, what I did is I made my handwritten notes, my own notes. I watched the videos on PrepLadder. Most of the subjects, around 14 I guess, I prepared from PrepLadder, and few subjects I prepared from here and there. I would not lie, I would just be honest to everyone that I prepared around 14 subjects from PrepLadder, and around 3 or 4 subjects from here and there. So I'm not saying that you need to be of course you need to have one teacher, not one platform, but it should be like you can choose the best from wherever you like, wherever you think is better for you. But do not like just imagine if you are studying PSM, take one teacher, any teacher, all of them are good, every institute is good, every teacher is good, they have all immense knowledge, they are all really really good teachers. So I would not say that you should do this and that. Whatever works for you, that then you should select that only. And so in my final year, I wrote around 10 subject handwritten notes, and I revised only 1 or 2 subjects. And when I came back to Delhi, I just followed the same notes, and it went well actually. And the second question I got is my source of preparation. Source of preparation I have already talked. Most of the subjects I did from PrepLadder, and few subjects from here and there. And if you want to know what were the few subjects, I would tell surgery, ENT, and FMT, and microbiology I did from here and there. And if you want to know what were the source, you can write me personally. And then how many hours I used to study. To be honest, the hours of studying doesn't matter so much. What I did is I made before I used to sleep, I used to write my plans for the next day, and believe me, वो कभी कंप्लीट नहीं हुए, कभी भी कंप्लीट नहीं हुए. Every day I used to sleep with some kind of regret that oh, I could not make this, but still I passed. So guys, try to make the plan for the next day. But if if they do not if you are not able to complete them, then do not burden yourself so much, because if you decide to complete something in 5 days, if you are completing in 7 days also, still it's okay. Do not burden yourself, because if you will burden, you will get some pressure and this will be choked. Believe me, this will be choked. If you study less, just study effectively. And the next question, where did I solve MCQs from? And when we talk about solving MCQs, I did from, like, this is the important thing, the source of MCQs. And I talked with many students who could not clear this time. The first question I asked them, what was the source of their MCQs? And they told me that they did from everything. They solved 300 questions every day. And that's, I never did this. There is no hard and fast rule for solving the MCQs that every day you need to do 100 and 200 questions. There is no hard and fast rule. What I did, I used to complete my subject, and I used to sometimes I used to do topic wise MCQs. Sometimes I used to complete the subject and complete questions. And what I followed, I did around 40% of MCQs from Prep Ladder. And the second source of my MCQs was Deepak Marwat's book, FMG Solution book. I believe all of you know, and I would like to show something, that I bought that book and I divided that book into the 19 parts. Yes, 19 parts like this. This is my ENT part. It's hardly 15 or 20 pages. When you divide this in 19 parts, you tend to be less lazier. And when I used to, and I attached this with my ENT notes. So whenever I used to revise the notes, I used to revise the images also. Images and the questions, I marked few questions which I thought I could not answer, I could not understand, or I thought that can be repeated, or the teacher suggested me to students to mark that important. So I, like, if in a subject there are 200 MCQs, there will be hardly 25 or 20 MCQs that are really very important. So you should mark according to yourself and revise them whenever you revise the notes. So when you will have that much small part, you will tend to be less lazy. And the next question which I got is, how frequently I gave mock test. Actually, I gave 18 mock test in total. And I guess giving mock test, but before you start your mock test, please I will suggest you, do not try to feel like, oh, if I'm scoring good in this, you are well enough. Because I did this mistake. I scored 163 in my very first mock test in Prep Ladder, and then I lost my track because I became very overconfident, and that was not good, and I lost around 20 days without studying. So please do not do this. And many of students who could not even get 150, and still they got around 170, 180, even 190 marks in the real examination. So do not try to judge yourself according to the mock test results. Just keep on hammering, guys, and just keep on studying. Just, I know it's easier said than done, but I have been through this. And believe me, I have seen many students who could not get 150 in any of the tests, but still they made it, because they believed, they kept calm, they were patient about it. And so mock test, you can do every week mock test, but do not try to judge yourself according to that. Just, it is your analysis. You will just need to know that what are the subjects you need to work on, and what are the subjects you are good at. So whenever you give a mock test, please try to be disciplined about it, because many students who are doing MCQs whole day, they were doing this one GT. So it's not good. Just try to be more disciplined. I used to practice MCQs also from 9 to 11:30, the same examination time, and then to 2 to 5, 4.5, and like 5 maximum. Then I used to analyze what are the subjects I'm good at and what are the subjects I'm poor at. and then I used to work on that. And do not overburden yourself with anything. And I would like to say a few words about students who could not make this time, and some students who could not make even 3 or 4 attempts. Guys, none of you are failures. Believe me, none of you are failures. It's just you are fighter. It's just some of you might be having lack of guidance, lack of proper guidance. Some of you might be having different circumstances, but ये जालिम दुनिया रिजल्ट देखती है. This is unfortunate that people judge your hard work only according to the success, but I'm sure all of you have been working so hard. I really know this because I have been 1 month in library, and I see students, they were really working hard, and most of them were sincere. So I would not say anybody who could not make this time is a failure. No, you are doctors and you are fighters. You need to keep your spirit high. You are doctors, we are all doctors, so keep your spirit high. Do not lose any hope. You are going to make this session. Just I would say you to then the upcoming session, just think it is your first and the last session. It doesn't matter how many attempts you have already given, just give it to your best. I know I suggested a few students then, and then say it's not easy. Yes, I can understand it is not easy, but you do not have choice. You do not have choice. You have to have that spirit in you. And please reduce the sources. You do not have to choose 5 platforms to do MCQs. Better do maximum 2 sources for practicing MCQs, and try to revise them. And do not try to learn from this teacher, that teacher, that teacher also, that teacher also. Learn from any one teacher, anyone, whatever works for you. I would not suggest you should do that to that teacher, that institute, and this, but I would suggest you to keep only one notes. And one more question I have been getting is about writing the notes. Or so for students who will be appearing in June session, I would not suggest them to write the notes because they do not have so much time to write the notes now. But students who will be appearing in December session and after that also in next, I would suggest them to write the notes, because many of my juniors were sarcastically saying me, oh brother, you are just wasting your time, you are stupid and this all. But I called my parents and I asked them, and he told me good things take time. My father told me good things take time, so be patient, and the same students will be asking advice from you after some time. And this happened. It's not about that I'm praising myself or I'm being very egoistic. To be honest, this happened. And then I thanked him, my parents. I thanked my father especially, that he gave me that confidence that good things take time. So guys who have been writing notes for the December session, please write your, it's the best. If you cannot do that, if it doesn't work for you, you can of course you can buy the printed notes. But in my view, in my advice, it's handwritten notes are best. And after that I have been getting so many queries related to if is rapid revision enough for passing this examination. I would suggest yes, it is enough. It is very much enough. But rapid revision works only if you have watched videos of main subjects from main videos, because in rapid revision they will cover almost every fact and everything, but they will not explain you every concept. So if you want to improve your basics, if you want to get better marks, you need to go through the full videos. So I would suggest at least go for 5 or 6 important subjects from full videos, and then for smaller subjects you can do MCQs and rapid revision. And when we talk about living, I have been getting some questions related to how many subjects should I prepare to pass this examination. Guys, there is nothing like that you should live this subject, because now NB is not following the pattern they have given, that 10 questions from this, 10 from this. They are just picking up any 1 or 2 subjects, and they are they are giving so many questions from that particular subject. So I would suggest you to not leave any subject. I prepared around 17, yes, approx 17 subjects, and I left two subjects, but I did MCQs for that also. So if you are planning to leave any subjects, please at least do MCQs, because sometimes they repeat the same question. So, and every question is important, because the guy who got 148 and 149, they can understand this pain. So do not ignore any subject. I will just if I know it's very difficult to cover all of them, but try to at least cover MCQs from anywhere for of that particular subject. And then the next question is, what are the subjects AFMG aspirants should focus on? And that is very clear: the four main subjects: medicine, surgery, obs gynae, and PSM. And to keep your basics improved, I would suggest you must have to do pharmacology and pathology is very important. And then ENT, OFTA, like at least do 12 subjects. If you are doing 12 subjects well, you are going to cross 180. I can write you on paper about this. If you are doing 12 subjects well, you are going to pass with at least 180 marks. So please guys, stay positive, because some of students might be thinking, oh, he got to such a good score, so he is just saying this for just saying. It's not like this, because I have been through this journey, and so I can understand everything about it. And there was not a single day where I didn't think, or this negative thought didn't come to my mind that I would not clear this examination. Guys, every day it came to my mind also, that even just before the result, one day before result, I was thinking like, will I be able to cross this? So negative thoughts will be there, but try to minimize them. Do not let them to overburden you. Do not let them, because if you will be depressed, if you will be stressed, your efficiency will go down. Because I have been under severe stress just before 2.5 months before examination, so I understand this very well. And guys who could not make this time, I would say, just buckle up yourself and start preparing again. And if you have any kind of query, if you have any kind of if you need any kind of help from me, from my side, I would love to help you out, related to what are the subjects you need to prepare, related to different anything related to academic health. I would love to support you all. You can write me on my Instagram or my Messenger or my WhatsApp number or Telegram number. I would give my number in the description. And that's it from my side. Just keep your spirit high, guys.